Hey everybody, welcome back to the weekly Momentum Fight Mojo Show. We're all about helping you achieve breakthroughs in mindset, marketing, management, and money. As you can see, for some of you folks who are on Blab, who are probably thinking, oh my goodness, right? Where is everybody? They're actually in Hangouts, and we're doing a patch in because who are probably thinking, right? So I just want to say, where is everybody? What was that again? Sorry, I got distracted. But anyways, let me get Kim and Andy to do their introduction while I do the behind the scenes stuff. Go ahead, Kim.
Hi everyone, it's Kim Kasparian. Can you guys all hear me? Okay.
Well, yeah.
All right. So I'm looking at two screens. I got confused. I'm Kim Kasparian. I'm a business coach known as the Success Genie because I help you get clear on what you want and show you strategies to get it right now.
Hi, everybody. Andy Luigi here, financial professional. So I help families and businesses develop sound financial strategies. I'm also very happy to be organizing meetups here in Fairfield County. Happy to be here with Zeph and Kim.
Yay! So yeah, I'm so lucky. One thing, right? Andy and Kim, we know how to use Hangout, and I know how to patch this.
You know how to use Hangouts. We just know how to follow.
So here, you guys, in case if you're hearing me on Blab, I'm gonna go off Blab, everybody, because you will get confused because there's double voice in there. So I'm gonna hang out on.
I put you on mute, Zeph. I put you on mute.
Yeah. So just wanted to say we're streaming this live on ZefZan.Live also. So for the future, if anybody has any challenges logging into Blab, all right, moving forward, all our shows will be broadcasted live from ZefZan.Live, all right? And today's topic is an awesome topic. We're almost towards the end of the year, and we have a discussion all about 7 must-have marketing plans to fourth quarter success. I want to know how to do it. I'm sure some of you want to. I'm going to let Kim lead us in this conversation, and then we'll all jump in for the conversation. So, Kim, let's get started. I mean, what are some of the big things that we all have to think about, when we want to close fourth quarter successfully?
Okay. So I'm going with, I know I created a Google Doc for you, and I'm going blind on that, so if I take them out of order, please forgive me, Zeph. The first thing is, it's never too late to plan for the fourth quarter. It's never too late to plan for the fourth quarter. June is the midway point of the year.
Yep.
And either you get excited to move forward, or a lot of people say, oh, I haven't hit my goal yet, it's already halfway, let me let it go. No. Use June, July, and August for what we call this. We call this quarter, the third quarter, the slingshot. July, August, September. We call this the slingshot in my world, in junior school, the business school. We call it the slingshot quarter, where you actually think you want to push harder. You're going to do the opposite. You're going to ease back and try easier. So for June, July, August, mid-September, because the kids go back in September, it's all about prioritizing fun and filling up your energy tank. Because once the kids are back in school, it's like momentum all the way to the finish line. Mm. So while we're easing back and we're having fun to get things done, this is the time where you strategize and you plan what the fourth quarter is going to look like. For many businesses, including mine, the fourth quarter is traditionally the most profitable. So if you're behind on your sales goals, don't worry about it. Because if you use this quarter properly, you can set up for something so big that you can't even comprehend it yet. Does that make sense, Steph?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. So the mindset, because we're talking 4 quarters, mindset, management, marketing, money. The mindset is, especially in New England and the United States, we get this season for a very short time. Enjoy it. Embrace it. Don't feel guilty about it. And within a couple weeks, you'll get so used to fun, it won't be like a nuance anymore. You'll be like, okay, I want to strategize. I want to do some fun, other things. I'm so sick of fun.
Fun first, fun first.
But fun first, especially in summer. I can remember being in my old house with a pool. with my laptop doing work by the pool. I felt like, oh, I've arrived. I'm doing by the pool. So you can bring it to the beach or whatever, on the boat, whatever you want. The first thing is to decide, who are you selling to in the fourth quarter? For some of our businesses, our market changes depending on what quarter we're in. Like I'm right now with one of my clients, and they're a remodeling company. You know, in the wintertime, they don't have a lot of outside work. They market for more inside work. You okay, Zeph? Okay, I can't hear you. I lost you.
Yes, I can. Sorry, I muted myself.
So for them, they market differently in the winter, in the summer, in the spring. Their market moves. Their market moves. So you need to ask yourself, who is your market? Who are you selling to? Who is buying in the fourth quarter? It may not be who you're selling to now, and that's fine. You just need to know. So you need to know who they are, number one. Two, you need to know, what do they want, what do they need during that time of year. Examples. A lot of times people tell me, well, no one buys in the fourth quarter. It's all about the holidays and no one buys and they're busy. Well, according to retail, it's their biggest quarter ever, right? Thanksgiving and Christmas. So but the purchases change. Sorry. So you need to think about, what are they buying? During Christmas, people buy gifts.
Yeah.
So gift certificates or things for other people. The other thing is, corporations sometimes have their budgets end around that time, and if they don't use the money, they lose the money. So they'll buy things for the year, the next year, and this year, because if they don't spend the money, they won't get it next year.
Yep.
So I made I made $25,000 one year in December for work. I said, if you buy now, you get 2012 rates for 2013. But if you buy this in 2013, which I know you're going to buy for me, it's going to be 20% higher. He goes, well, how much can I buy? I said, as much time as you think you need. So I got a check for 2016, December 20th, the year before. So also, the other thing that people, no matter what they're buying or selling, if you give them things that make them, help them be less stressed, allow them to enjoy the holidays without that, because sometimes not everyone's having a happy holiday. Not everyone's having a happy holiday. So if you can gear things, like for me, I take the same program I market all year round, and I tell them, de-stress for the holidays. Have fun and get more done. And it's all about the holiday countdown, managing the holiday stress, how to balance everything and all that. And people normally who wouldn't join my program, when they hear that topic, it's the same thing, guys, different spin. They're like, oh, I'm in. So Zeph talks about repurposing a lot. You can repurpose something old to meet the market. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm a repurpose gal. You do work once and then you want to use it in multiple ways, right? So that's a great example of repurposing. Andy, what about you? When we come to knowing our audience and we have to get ready to sell and we plan to sell, what's your take on knowing the audience?
Yeah, it's all year round thing. I'm definitely in agreement that if you can plan 3 to 6 months in advance, because that's the way my cycle is. Anything that happens now, it's basically for 3 months from now. It's not an urgency type of thing where, it's not like a walk-through store. So I'm in the planning business. People that I meet right now will end up putting plans together, 3 months from now.
I love that you talk about planning. I love you mentioned planning, right? Because many of us don't plan very well, right? And then planning is consistency. And in planning and finding out who your audience is, you don't do it like, oh, I'm just going to find out what they're going to do in the fourth quarter and just get to know them a little bit. Oh, because it's a holiday season, I'll learn a little bit more this quarter. But then it's a consistent thing, right? Everybody, you have to consistently know January, February, March, April, the entire pattern, you have to study it. So that helps us for for planning ahead. And I think the next one, Kim, what do we have for the next point? Point number two.
Yeah, okay. So you know who you are, you know what you're selling. That's important. The next thing you need to do is map out your plan. What does that mean? You know your market. We just talked about that.
Right.
What's going to be your message? What are going to be your mediums that you're going to communicate that message? And what's your offer? Call to action. You need to design that now.
That's it. I was waiting for more. I was waiting for
Oh, no. Well, no, wait. No, this is, well, I'm Steph. I'm working with, like, in a foreign space. I'm looking at your face. I don't know if you're frozen or not. So you always talk about logistics.
Yeah.
That sounds really easy. Boom. It's not. There's multiple steps in that. So maybe this week you work on your message, and you get that really great. Then you talk to Zeph, or you go on Lunch Shop, your Creative Cat Cafe, and you say, hey, this is my market. Where do you think they should all hanging out? And we can talk about how to craft a right banner for Facebook, or a post for Twitter, or where are you going to put this in, and what are you offering? And then you guys know, you watch Zeph do it. There's a whole bunch of logistics in planning all that. So now you know who you're going to map it out to. The next thing is to, like Andy, I'm putting it back in Andy's wheelhouse. He said what he does now is going to show up in the fourth quarter. It's the same thing for all of us. We can have a great product, a great offer. If we have no peeps to share it with, who's interested, what are we going to do? You can't go from 0 to 60 in 2 weeks.
Yep.
Marketing takes 6 weeks, okay, to build the buzz and get everyone to understand it. So you figure September, right? You got to launch whatever. You build the plan now, you launch it in September, you start building up the momentum. But what if you don't have any subscribers? What if you don't have any peeps to go talk to? Well, don't worry about it. It's summer. Everyone's social. Everyone's outside of their homes. It's not like winter that no one's coming out. You can't meet anyone.
Yep.
My thing is, I know how I know I'm doing okay, even if I don't know, I'm not making money at that moment. Speaking engagements, coffee chats.
Yeah.
If I have within 5 speaking engagements and 30 coffee chats, I have so many leads. Even one speaking engagement, I walk out with 10, 20 people to go talk to. If I go talk to 20, 30 people, even if it's not all direct, a sales call, I'll walk out with $10,000, $20,000 worth of business somehow, somewhere. It's just that's my role, my thing. Everyone knows, Andy knows his numbers. If he speaks to 3 people, he might close 2. He knows his cycle. So even if you're just doing social marketing, social media, come up with a goal to get so many subscribers and start building a relationship with them now. So when you go into sales mode or promotion mode, they're not like, why are you selling to me?
Yep.
They've already built a rapport with you. They know what's coming. They like you. They want you. They're ready for you. Does that make sense, Steph?
Absolutely.
All right. So this one, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. Are you done?
Okay. And if you want to do easy breezy, you're like, Kim, I got no subscribers. I got no peeps. I don't have time. I don't know how I'm going to meet all these people in time. Joint ventures, referral programs. The people that love you, know you, trust you, I call my street team, my raving fans, my clients.
Yep.
People that I've changed their lives, given them something really meaningful. They're like, Kim, we love you. What are you doing? We'll share it. Joint ventures, you could swap. Like, hey, I'll sell yours if you sell mine. I'll promote mine to yours. Promote to mine. There could be a money component in there. Referral programs, I give away, I give monetary thank yous to people who bring money to our business.
Right.
So again, that's a whole other blab show.
Yep.
And Zeph can, but you don't have to do it alone. What's nice about being an entrepreneur, one band, is that you could join other people who are bigger than you or other one-man bands that have a database.
Yep.
And if you relate, if your product or you relate to their clients, putting you in front of them, like when I get invited to speak, that's a joint venture who has a clientele that they feel that would really value by my experience, invite me to share, and then the connections are born and I take them with me back to wherever I am.
Yep.
You can do the same thing.
We all can do the same thing. And
Boom.
boom, duh. Andy, you're good with joint ventures and referrals. Would love to hear your take on, the joint ventures and referrals. Especially you're such an avid networker. You do all these networking programs. Um, Give us a take on the joint ventures and the referrals.
Yeah, the joint ventures should always be your primary strategy because it takes so much pressure off of what you're doing. There's too much in marketing your business that's on our shoulders. So, it's all about what you can do. It's all about your social media posts, your emailing list, your phone calling, your appointments. It's all the energy that you're putting in. But there's a second energy, which is what you're attracting, what people are actually giving to you.
Hmm.
So there's so much stress in creating, creating, creating. There has to be a second flow of energy, which is things that are coming your way for particular reasons, things that you've asked for. So anything that you do in terms of setting up strategic partners, them understanding what you're looking for, understanding what type of clients you're looking for, why is it important. So you spend time educating them. So that's what I would do. If you want to have something towards the fourth quarter, now is the time that you start educating your strategic partners about what you do, about the triggers that they should be looking for, the types of clients that you're looking for. You do your whole education right now in a non-threatening way to kind of light it up and say, okay, here's what I'm going to be looking for. And then in the third quarter, you can have a little bit more aggressive approach as, oh, let's take a look at your book of business, or let's take a look at the clients that you're dealing with right now. Let's identify a couple of them that might be a good fit. So if you focus on educating first, you can be a lot more aggressive in your networking requests,
Right.
getting in September. And then, in December, then, eventually you can have some business. So that would be my approach in terms of strategic partners. Focus on educating them about what you do, and then after that, slowly be a little bit more aggressive in taking control and asking for specific things.
Funny that we talk about the aspect of networking, and to the third point, everybody, and I'm going to share the screen and I'm going to let Andy talk again. Our third point for the 7 must-have marketing plans for the fourth quarter success, and this is Andy's wheelhouse. Even though Kim and I are avid networkers, also, I mean, we love to network, but Andy does it in a bigger way because he organizes the networkings and stuff. And the third point, everybody, and I'm going to share my screen shortly so everybody who's watching the replay can see the points that we're going through right now. And the third point is start building your pipeline and prospects whom you want to buy in the fourth quarter. And Eddie, you talk a lot about this because I remember you can say, oh, figure out your who, and make sure when you network with your who. Talk to us a little bit about that while I share the screen on the third point.
Well, yeah, in terms of networking and what I do now is organize reverse leads. Reverse leads, which is the typical flow in networking referral type groups, is that people are expected to come to the meeting with clients from their book of business and saying, hey, here's who I have in my book of business. I'm going to recommend you X, Y, Z. So what we're doing now is kind of reversing it a little bit more and leveraging the power of LinkedIn. So if you can figure out who you're looking to meet, more specifically, specific names of people, specific companies, be specific in that. Do your research before you show up to the meeting. Then you can ask people to kind of research inside of their LinkedIn accounts and see how they're connected to the targets that you're looking for. And so it's going to take some time for you to build credibility. It's going to take some time for you to build that connection. So if you start doing that, then in December, in the fourth quarter, you can actually get some results out of it. It typically doesn't work if you're just trying to come in, at the very last minute and say, I need an extra introduction to so-and-so, especially if you're meeting somebody in a networking group, because it's so much is relying on the first impression, but then after that, for somebody to open up and say, I'm going to introduce you to so-and-so, it's going to take a little bit of time. It's going to take some education, and they have to feel comfortable. So you can't do that too quickly.
To have consistency too, right, Andy? Because just like what we do here in our shows, right? Part of why we're being consistent, the ease of delivery for us is here is easy because hey, can you appear at your computer, smile? You don't have to smell good. You don't have to brush your teeth, but you're here. You're consistent, and this is networking still for many of us, right? And for some of you who are probably able or not able to right now to watch and blab, if you miss this, there's always a way for you to catch up with the network part because you're watching us on our replay. baby, right? So that's what I said. You know, I love the networking online these days also, and Andy said it offline because it puts people together in room. I put people together in here in the computer, no online. So that's a great way to stay consistent. Whatever you do, whatever your medium is picking out the right consistency for you. Is it every month you have to go how many times a week? Remember, Kim, in one of our shows, we were telling people, oh, you have to put this in your calendar because your calendar will
Yes.
plan,
Yes.
right? So
Yeah.
we're talking about the 7 must-have marketing plans to fourth quarter success. So part of having them in your calendar is planning. Boom.
Yes.
So what's our number fourth point, Kim?
All right, hold on. Number fourth. Let me go see number fourth point. What the heck is it? I gotta see what
Launch
it
your
is. It's
marketing.
not there anymore.
Launch your marketing in late September.
Yeah, I can't see this sheet. Hold on.
I'm gonna drop it in, and then you can probably just,
I wrote it. I should know it.
yeah, there you go.
Okay.
So this is our fourth point.
All right. Okay, so the third one was build your pipelines now. Give you examples of that. Be ready to launch your marketing in September or late August. And we kind of talked about this. And Andy tackled this beautifully. Make your presence known. Offer educational tips. Tease them. Tell them what exciting things are awaiting you. I know some of my authors were all part of their Facebook pages. They go, oh my God, like, I can't wait to tell you what's coming next. Or, oh my God, like, they tell us, oh, a big surprise is coming. And we're like, what? Or, oh, the character that you've been waiting for, oh, we'll tell you next week. And it makes us want to go back to their Facebook pages to hear what's going on. Offer them, if it's appropriate, a free taste or sample of what you're offering in the fourth quarter. Let people experience a little bit of what you're going to ask people to pay for. I'm a big component on pre-selling. You have an idea that you want to do something that you think would be really great for the fourth quarter and you haven't built it yet, put a price tag on it and sell it. Or sell it now. Have it be cheaper than the price than you're going to sell it in October, November, and December. So if you're going to sell a $19.99 product, offer it now. If you can do it cost or one-time cost and it's just money right afterwards, like a lot of the online products, it maybe costs like $500 to $800 to produce.
Mm-hmm.
Sell it for $800. If you get one, you got it paid, you got it built it for free. If you get 5 to 10, you've made money out of thin air. And then once you have the money, then go create it. You tell them you're going to pay for it now. It won't be ready until September, or it won't be ready until December, or whatever it is.
It's just like you're selling real estate, right? Let's just do the condos. They're coming up right now. Like
right, you're getting it for a third of the price.
Yes. And
they know that we're going to give you like an ebook or something to keep you enticed. But your thing will be live. My authors do it all the time. I wait 6 months for a book, and they're like, here's the pre-order price.
Yep.
So that's one way that you can do that. And that, I think, when I create things new, I don't put money into it anymore. I say, who wants it? I come up with a really ridiculous offer. And then I say, okay, now I've got the funds, and I've got the commitment that if I put in the time, you'll buy it.
Right.
Because I know if 5 people will buy it, it's a hit.
Yep.
If you don't get any hits, you didn't lose anything.
What about you, Andy, with the start marketing?
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with what Kim is saying. It's a very important principle of marketing where, especially if you come up with new offerings, for you to be able to sell the offering, sell the idea before the actual product is ready, that's awesome. It actually gives you time, it's pre-sold, it gives you time to deliver it and put everything into it. So that's absolutely awesome. What I typically do just as a strategy with anybody is you're not necessarily selling the product right then and there, but you're selling on any type of step. I give an example. I'm doing an investment for somebody, and I don't just want to go right to the question and say, is this investment good for you, or do you want to get this, or you want to get that? I close on something else, something that's a part of the process. And if they say yes to that, that means they're okay with everything else. So it kind of takes the pressure off of it.
I'll close.
I gave an example. I was doing a plan for somebody, and instead of asking if the plan was good, and putting all that pressure on that, I said we need to schedule a three-way call with your current company. And so just by the person accepting the three-way call, that says, okay, they're okay with the process, and it relieves the pressure. So just wanted to give an additional example of what Kim is saying. But pre-selling, if the people love the idea, they're willing to put a deposit on it to reserve it, then you're good. You could actually give yourself 3 months, 4 months to come up with a product, and here goes the money in December.
Boom. Start your marketing in September, and I think we don't do that enough because we're all
No, none of it. Even me, I'm guilty of it.
right. We all are. Here's the thing, right? So here's the biggest challenge I think for many of us why we're not thinking about that now, right now. And well, for me, if I start, in September or late August, for me at least, in my book is a little bit late, all right, because the whole broadcasting or the production has to be has to be promoted ahead of time, so all my planning goes into place like right now, right? If I have speakers or whatever, the same thing. If I products, here's from my perspective, my planning is launch your marketing ASAP, right? And be consistent, because if you miss one opportunity and you have too much fun in the summer and you're not thinking about the inspirations or the ideas, we may lose a sale, or we may lose the opportunity that we've been working on since last year. So be consistent. I think whenever you're in the summertime, try to think about, if I were to launch a product, I need to start now and get everything in place. And when September or August, September comes, you pick the launch and launch. You're already on the max engine.
Having a lot of interference.
Oh yeah. So there's a lot of things that just mute yourself real quick, Kim. So for some of you folks who are, we're talking about the fourth quarter success. Next, we're on Blab. And I'm also going to show you actually are on. Are you able to mute yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So if you are actually on Blab, I will drop in the link for the next show. But if you're watching on basically on this live replay of this video, all you have to do is go to ZefZan.Live, like my name, ZefZan right here, right? Let me see if I can change my my link here so that you can see the. Okay, hang on. Boom. Let me see my. Here, go to this link right here, ZefZan.Live, and you will get all the information you need for the next upcoming shows. All right. Next week we have a guest. It's the episode of Ask Momentum Tribe, and we're going to have a special guest, Bill Kenny of Test My Pitch, who does a lot of pitches and who does a lot of work with entrepreneurs. So we're gonna do that show next week, same time, Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern. And the topic will be how to kick it to the finish line. And I'm going to show you on my screen what it looks like for some of you who are looking on the screen, on the video. This is where you would go and subscribe, all right? And I hope you'll come back next week. Now, moving on to the next point, Kim. What's our next point?
I was muting myself so you didn't hear the background.
Last minute Lucy.
Don't be, all right, so take advantage. I'm a last minute Lucy, okay? I was born late, I've been late ever since. But be prepared, and there's a lot of profit when you cater to the last minute Lucies. Example, Christmas. Christmas Eve, you think no one's going to be at the mall, everyone's at the mall is packed. Because people trying to pick up last-minute gifts for people.
Yep.
Think of some ways that you can have some easy-to-buy items for people who are just used to making last-minute decisions. Fast cash ideas. If you're in a service business or product business, wrap up products ahead of time. Back in my Mary Kay days, we used to take all our existing inventory or things that we like packages that people didn't buy or gifts ideas. We wrap them up, put them in our trunk. We go to all the mechanics in the area, and we dress up real nice and say, listen, did you buy your girlfriend or your wife a present for Valentine's Day or Christmas? Oh my God, I haven't had time. I've been so busy here. Cheers, shop for my trunk. It's already gift wrapped. Pick whatever you want. They loved us. They're like, oh, we go, you're going to be like a king of romance, instead of like, the dunce that's in the back. So they love that. So things like, yes, I might not be ready to invest in a $3,000 program with you or do a 12-week, but I'm looking for something. Do you have a 3-week, a 6-week? In the summer, we do that. We take our 12-week program and we condense it to make it like a boot camp. Like, go have fun, get it done. It's just a completely different rhythm, and people love it because they get to move forward in their life but still be busy with what they're doing. This is a great time to sell ebooks, DIY, do-it-yourself programs for those of you guys who are information entrepreneurs. Sometimes the best thing you can do is sell an appointment. You're selling not product, but you're selling an appointment for next year. Getting a commitment to meet in January. Andy, for your people, if they don't call you in January, it's now April, the first quarter's gone. Gyms do that. They sell gift certificates for January 1. So think of it that way. If you're in the kind of industry that you can sell gift certificates for people to give to others. If your product can be a nice gift, you can do that. So that's my last minute, Lucy. Andy, do you have anything to chime in on that?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of we covered the products, the services, we started covering it. So I would say in terms of services dealing with businesses, it's about the year end, the fiscal year end. So if they're going to have a big year next year, or if they had a big year this year, some of the expenses that you're going through right now are going to be tax deductible, some of the savings. So everything that has to do with year end and counting it towards your taxes is another important thing for business owners.
Who will buy just to save for write-off?
Yeah, for write-off. So that would be my thing. In terms of services, most services that we offer to businesses are deductible, tax deductible. So just bringing up that conversation is to say, hey, if you want to reduce your tax bill, now's the time to invest in XYZ, and that will reduce your tax bill or get you a bigger tax return for next year. So in terms of services, products, it's good because you can capitalize on the holiday. In terms of services, you capitalize on the tax savings and doing this by year end so you can write it off.
Absolutely. And people need help. They want to reach their goals by the end of the year. No one wants to get to the end of the year and feel like a zero. Everyone wants to feel like a hero December 31st. So how can you and your product help them?
Yep. So for some of you folks who are tuning in, I see Rashim and also Barbara. I think that means you guys are able to log into Blab right now. But here we are just going through some of the points that we started earlier on the show. We had to do the patch in from Google Hangouts because, Blatt was just having technical issues, and I am just doing my production thing and just patching in everything. So for some of you who are in Blab right now, you're still able to follow through this live conversation, yes, through Blab. So you can still see all the points that we've made through. So just to kind of do a quick recap, 7 must-have marketing plans to fourth quarter success. Number 1 is knowing your audience. Number 2, make a fourth quarter marketing plan now, right? So it's the marketing, the messaging, the mediums, offer your call to actions, joint ventures. And number 3, start building your pipeline prospects whom you want to buy in fourth quarter. And number 4, launch your marketing in September or late August. Number 5, which we just finished discussing, is capitalize on the last minute Lucy market. And especially if you're a product person, the last minute Lucy, Kim gave a great example. Like if you sell products, if you're in the network marketing world, this would be great. Always have your products in your trunk. Always have backup.
Yeah, pretty.
Done all done.
That $10 item that you sell in your catalog wrapped up for a $2 investment could be a $20 gift.
Or it can be as simple as, like we talked earlier, like we're selling real estate, right? It could be a freaking flyer that says, this product will be wrapped for you this way, and this, I will be able to deliver this by this time. Do you want it? I'll
Let
take
me
it.
be your Santa this year, your Hanukkah fairy.
So be mindful of that. So for some of you girls,
Yeah.
but who are watching Blab, hopefully you're also able to still have the conversation with us. I will read the conversations and their questions, put it in the live chat. We are simulcasting this to Facebook Live, to my website, which is this. I can't point very well, apparently. Oops. ZefZan.Live, and you can still watch it if ever. So I'm going to do this in announcement. If ever in the future anyone has any problems watching live or logging into Blab, you can still follow our live feed from ZefZan.Live. All you have to remember is ZefZan.Live. So ready for the last point. Go, Kim.
All right, put it up on the screen, please.
Okay, I'm going to put it on the
All
stream.
right, I wrote it, guys, but I can't remember it now.
We want to make sure we deliver. Here we go. Boom.
All right, so 7.
No,
Oh,
number
6. Yeah, I hope I have a
also
7.
buy early.
I forgot what 7 was. All right, so this we talked about this before, but I'll say it again. Offer a buy early discount or early bird registration for 2017.
Mm.
I told you can come up with an idea now, sell it, get money now, and deliver it in the fourth quarter. You can also ask people to buy in December for services to be used in 2017, and that's how I made an extra $25,000 at the end of the year by offering my client, who I knew was going to work with me in the next year, to buy a block of time that he knew he was going to purchase, but for 20% less, because I was raising my rates. Every year I raised my rates. So he was able to get all of his time that he wanted at the rate that he was used to paying for the year.
Yep. Andy, anything about how do you in your industry do an early offer? Give an example for maybe some people who are in your industry, in the money industry, insurance, financial. Would it be good for the offers, or in order to encourage early purchases, offer like what Kim mentioned earlier? Are there any specific?
Well, it's a little bit different beast, because if we know we're going to change a product, then that's when we come out and say this product is going to change by XYZ date. We should get in right now. So that's.
Yeah, and I have one that's applicable to you.
What do you say?
I have one that's applicable to your industry.
Well, go ahead.
Insurance is based on age.
Right.
Okay, so if you can tell, and I have my friend who's in insurance for 30 years. She's like, listen, you've been talking about getting this product. If you get it now versus next year, because you got a birthday coming up right at the beginning of the year or whatever, it's going to be cheaper. You get locked in at the rate that the age that when you apply.
Right.
So if you wait to apply next year and you're a year older, especially if there's significant birthdays, depending if you're a man or a woman, it changes dramatically with significant birthdays. She goes, it's in your best interest to at least have a conversation with me now.
Yeah.
And if you're comfortable, let's do it now, because it'll be a lot cheaper forever and ever and ever than if you wait. So that's one.
Absolutely. Yeah, anything related to that, fiscal year closing, being able to write it off for that year. And so interest rates change. So there's some products that are interest rate based. So there's a lot of it that's in control of the company. We don't manufacture necessarily the products ourselves. But if something comes up outside of the age change, then we can present it like that. So just a little different, but there are some opportunities to talk about. It's not always timed in with the year end.
At the end of the day, it's about being creative and being consistent. That's what I'm talking about, right? Because when you stop being creative, you lose your ideas, you lose your inspiration. And once you have ideas and inspiration, please write them down, right? Hello, Kim always shows like, you know this, write this down, right? You can be on the toilet seat and you can still write this down, because and if you don't have that, you just have your phone, because your phone is your best buddy right now. You work. This is your portable office, so do that. Rashim, who's in Blab right now, she has a question, but Rashim, we're going to get to your question in a minute. Let me get to the last point, and I actually am adding this last point because we are talking about 7 must-have. 7 must-have marketing.
7th one's up, or did you have to create it for me? I don't remember the 7th one.
This is a bonus, no. But this is the 7th one I'm going to put in. This is the management part of this. Every 7 must-have marketing plans, which people don't do very well. I'm going to put it in right here anyways. I'm going to share my screen so you all can see what it is. Boom. I'm going to drop it in. This. Y'all know y'all don't do that very well, right?
Ooh, good one, Zeph. Awesome.
Develop a marketing calendar. Please, if
Yes.
you're not developing a marketing calendar, right, you're going to be shooting blanks or darts somewhere.
Yeah.
In one of our shows yesterday, we
Logistics.
have to quote you,
That's the
Laura.
reason why people don't do it, because it's too many logistics, and you're used to the fast cash. If you're a one-man band, or you're doing things all, you're always tracking the money, chasing the money. Well, it seems like an oxymoron to sit here and do things for no money, but if you do this, you'll make a lot more money. And it just, as far as the mindset, it just feels so foreign until you just kind of embrace it and you get the genius of it. But yeah, absolutely, Zeph. Absolutely.
So funny that this is a very important, one, and I wanted to wrap up the 7 points with that, because if you don't have a marketing calendar, I'm not talking about an editorial calendar. So you'll have to have a calendar. Marketing calendar includes, when do I offer this product? When do I finish creating this product?
Yeah.
What is the price point?
What's the launch date? What's the launch date?
So we can talk a little bit more about this next week in the show, as Momentum Tribe, about, kicking to the finish line. But one of the things that I like to talk about a marketing calendar is when you develop that product, right? When are your deadlines, your timeline, your launch, all right, your promotion dates, right? When does it go live? When do you start the promotional dates? When do you go to the full standard regular pricing? Yeah. All that goes into a marketing calendar, because if you don't do that, that's when you start to hyperventilate. We can have other 7s. I'm going to put it up right back on the screen for some of you who are tuning in late. But here are the 7s again. Let's recap. All right. Number 1, know your audience. I'm going to make my screen bigger. So number 1, know your audience. 2, make a 4th quarter marketing plan now, which actually ties into that number 7. Number 3, start building your pipeline prospects whom you want to buy in 4th quarter now. Networking, which is the point A, networking. You can do online, offline, great. Launch your marketing in September or late August. Capitalize on the last-minute Lucy market. Offer a buy early discount, early bird registration for 2017. And my point, the last one, if you have all that needs to go into a marketing calendar.
Yes,
because if you do not have a marketing calendar, you're just, spray and pray. Andy, so funny, yesterday we were in our other show, and Laura, who is a regular right here on Blab with us, she said, yeah, have a calendar. That's a great way to plan. She says, hashtag spray and pray. I said, that's a great thing to hashtag. She says, I stole it from Andy.
She said spray and pray.
See, you're making a dent in the world right now, Andy. People remember that. Spray and pray, people. Hashtag spray and pray. So, Rashim, I'm going to put out your question here, and I just want to, have Kim or Andy go into this. On Blab, you're asking, can you provide more examples of successful JVs? I'm most familiar with telesummits and video series. Are those the best kind? And also, what are some other examples of JVs? Do you want to take that, Kim?
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about.
She wants other examples of JVs.
JV could be as simple as, like, you've seen it on Facebook. My friend, my fellow coach, so-and-so, they'll send you an email. Hey, I'm reaching out to you because I know you struggle with this, and my colleague, Bill Barron, Ali Brown, Fabian, is doing this great program about this, and I really think you should go because this is this, Yeah. So it doesn't have to be just a telesummit or video series.
Yep.
It can be whatever. It could be a weekend. It could be an online program. It could be whatever. But your JVs could send it out through email. It could be a book. It could be a retreat. It could be a day workshop. It could be an online series. It could be anything. You can JV anything. A JV means, hey, I'm selling this product, but I don't have enough people to sell it to. You have the people. You don't have the product. Can we come together and make some kind of arrangement and exchange resources? if you promote this to your people, you get a piece. And for you, you could just say that's a good deal because half of a sandwich or 3/4 of a sandwich is better than no sandwich. Okay, they're making a quarter of a sandwich for doing nothing but sharing it out like they would a sale at Neiman Marcus or Macy's. So, and it's a way for them to create passive income while they're doing what they need to do, and they're helping their people in a way that they can't normally help them. So that's what a JV relationship is. Does that answer, Rasheen? Does that answer it for you?
We maybe have a little bit of delay. I hope she'll answer it in a few minutes.
Okay.
We'll let you know if she answers because
yeah, and if you're still on, if you have a question or that's not, you can reach out to me personally at Kim@SuccessGenie, and I'll help you. Yes.
Up in a bit.
You can absolutely. You can create an affiliate page for that or an affiliate link for that.
Yeah, that's exactly when you just finished that. Rasheem's asking, so should I create an affiliate page for that? Yes.
I think yes. Yeah, eJunkie can do it. Shopping cart, any autoresponder that has an affiliate program, it makes it easier for you because it'll track and they won't have to take your word about it. Now here's another thing: if somebody invites you to their room, says, "Listen, we have 100 people coming. Whatever, will you come and do a pitch? Will you kind of do a little teaser about what you do?" And you sell from the front of the room. Well, your JV partner is tallying it up. Like when I used to work with Connecticut RIA, the Connecticut real estate chapter in Connecticut, they have speakers all around the country to come in to talk about what they teach and why it's so great, and they'd get people in the mood to buy, and then they'd have the actual take home the video set or the CD set in the back.
Right.
And Connecticut RIA was the one writing up all the tickets. So Connecticut RIA, the other part of the JV, took all the money and then they tallied it up, showed the speaker, and cashed them out the next day. So they didn't need an affiliate link for that. It was their room. They controlled it. If you can do that, it's fine. But I think an affiliate link is great, especially in the days of now social media, and there's a million ways to promote you. So that code can go on their Facebook page, whatever, their post, and you can prove that lead was from them. So I don't think that's a bad idea.
Boom, that helpful. And I think Rasheem, other forms of JVs could really be about if you have a signature product. To your question, should I create an affiliate page? Yes, it's easier if you create that from your end, and then you create specific links for your affiliates and
specific unique codes. Yes, that your program should give you that, no problem.
Right, and then you can actually have a standard signature product, and you just create that product and give it to people. For me, my events, just like the Tele Summits, they're very event based. So here's an idea: if you are doing summits and JVs in that sense, if you don't want to spend money on another affiliate page, whatever, you can create and use the affiliate feature in Eventbrite. Start there. And I've done this, if your product your product is based on events and stuff, you can use the affiliate features in Eventbrite, and then you can still sell products from there. That's a creative way to do everything, folks, not one way. So find a way, anyways, that work for you now. So I just want to also say, everybody, moving forward, next week is our show on the Ask Momentum Tribe. So if you go right here to my link, bit.ly Ask Momentum Tribe, you will get this page right here. I'm going to show it on the screen. Why this is important is because for some of you, what I've noticed is you sometimes have problem, you can't get on Blab or whatever. You go to that page and send us email there. I'll put in another form. Just remember bit.ly / Ask Momentum Tribe. Send in your information here. We will send you the recordings of some of our Ask Momentum Tribe videos, and send your questions, because I'm sure some of you want to ask questions ahead of time. If you know the topic, like next week, the topic is how to kick it to the finish line in the 4th quarter with Bill Kenny from Test My Pitch. Bill works with many entrepreneurs and startups, and he actually works with companies to establish a process or a system when they go and do their trade shows. And if anything else fails, people, go to ZefZan.Live, and it'll bring you to the this page where you can watch live now. If you can't go into Blab, you can still watch the live, video right here. And that's a great way right now that I'm doing this, which is patching it on a website, because if Blab fails, I have a place where you can still watch the live show. Boom, people, boom. This is all about planning, right? So we talk
Oh,
about
I
planning.
thought I think I need
Just
plan.
like your marketing, you want to have a good fourth quarter success, have a plan. Any more to add to that, Andy, before we go?
No, no, nothing more to add. It's enough to digest. What a meal.
We have great 7 points. I'm going to put up again the 7 points for all of you who missed that conversation. If you have any other questions,
And we'll put it in we'll put it in our group.
right, we'll put it in the Momentum Tribe. You know where to find us. I will show you where to find us, which is bit.ly. If you go down right here, I'm going to put it on the screen so you know where to find us. It's bit.ly, it.ly/mtmojo. All right. If you take that, you will go to the website and go. I love to do Hangouts because I can show everything on the screen. Why did we ever leave Hangouts, right, Andy? So here it is. People go to bit.ly mtmojo. All right. If you go on the website to get the extras and become a member of our free online community, just fill your information and you will get the link for that. Boom, people, boom. So 7 steps or 7 must-have marketing plans for fourth quarter success. Know your audience. Make a fourth quarter marketing plan now. Start building your pipeline prospects, who you want to buy in the fourth quarter. Launch your marketing in September or late August. Capitalize on the last minute Lucy. Offer a buy early discount registration for 2017. Develop a marketing calendar. Boom. All right, everybody. I know Blab
Right.
hasn't been very friendly for us, but that doesn't mean that we can get creative and be resourceful. For all of you who came in late on Blab, thank you so much for your questions. Thank you, Kim, for prepping the 7 points for us. Thank you, Eddie, for all your hard work with the shows and being here all the time. I just want to say thank you all for watching. Any goodbyes, Kim?
I just want to say thank you all for being here and watching. It's a privilege to share this information with you. As always, guys, you and Andy are like the wind beneath my wings. You guys keep me moving forward, and without you, I don't think we'd be having the momentum over at Success Genie that we have. So thank you, guys. Just being around you to elevate me.
Andy?
All right, bye everybody. Looking forward to next week.
Yes.
Thank you, Zeph. Thank you, Kim.
Thank you all. And Eddie, I know you have upcoming events in Connecticut. So if we have anyone in the Connecticut, New York area, any announcements?
Yeah, I mean, especially for the live events. Next one is going to be a power walk. So basically, we're getting out instead of networking, enough business casual and business suits. We're getting out Saturday morning, and we're just going to meet up for a power walk, and then we'll go for lunch. So that's.
Add that link in the Momentum Tribe group also under the non-live events, meaning it's a in-person event, so that anybody in the Connecticut area who happens to be the Momentum Tribe could actually attend also.
All right.
Thank you, everybody. Hope to see you on the next lap or wherever we are. We always make things happen. We don't make excuses, but we make things happen. Have a great day. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.